Lin-Manuel, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Fresh from the premiere last night, of course.
As I live and breathe.
As I live and breathe.
Brilliant!
Let's start with the accent, Lin-Manuel, because, of course, there's a lot of affection towards Dick Van Dyke, whose character, Bert, is the sort of the mentor for your character, Jack, in the film. There's a lot of affection towards his accent. Was there much talk about you taking it on when you signed up for the film?
Well, first of all, Dick Van Dyke turns 93 years old today, and we're still talking about his accent. So I knew it would be scrutinized a fair bit, but it was a joy to jump into this and be a part of it.
There is to me as well. I felt there was a real homage to the way he used to say, "All right, Mary Poppins," in the way that Jack says Mary Poppins. Was that something you did on purpose?
Yeah, I think that it's, listen, that first movie is so beloved. Everything in this movie is a love letter to the first one. And the smartest thing the Disney company did was hire the #1 fan of the first film.
It's set in the future, isn't it? It's not a remake, it's the next stage. Tell us a bit about it.
That's right. The Banks children have grown up. It's 25 years after the events of the original, and Michael and Jane Banks have grown up. It's during the slump in the 1930s. And, you know, Mary Poppins doesn't come when things are okay. She comes when we need her the most. And I feel like the world needs this film right now.
Well, doesn't it? If only she could fly into Westminster right now and sort out Brexit, we'd all be a lot happier for it. Did you jump at the chance to get involved in this? Is this a film? And actually, I think your first thing you've been involved in, which is British.
Yeah, this is my first role in any film of this size. There aren't films much bigger than this unless you're a Marvel superhero. But it was a joy. I lived here in London for almost a year with my family making this film, and it was a dream come true. If you can make it in a black cab, stay in the accent, and no one goes, "Where are you from?" So yeah, I think I did okay.
You did more than okay. It's a really, really special film as well. There must have been a little bit of nervous sort of apprehension at the idea that something that is so beloved by so many people, and you're bringing it back, and there's a new Mary Poppins, and the story's moved on a little bit. Are you pleased that finally people are going to get to see it?
Yeah, I mean, we finished production in May of 2017. It took a year and a half for it to be released because Rob did something else that's incredibly special. He brought back hand-drawn animation for that amazing animated sequence, which hasn't been done at Disney in a very long time. And so we feel like we've been sitting on a secret for a year and a half, and it's finally out. It's
finally out there. We can all enjoy it. We are massive fans of yours in our household. My kids have actually done 2 Lin-Manuel Miranda workshops, would you believe? And you really haven't experienced life until you've seen 59-year-olds do Hamilton. I don't know what it was like on Broadway, but where I live, they were all doing it.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
I know, amazing. I'll send you a video. It was extraordinary. Anyway, I love the story of how you came up with the idea of Hamilton, which is such an extraordinary success. You were on a lilo in Mexico. Tell us how it came to you.
Yeah, this was 2008. It's pre-Kindle, so I was looking for just a big fat book to read on vacation, and I picked up Ron Chernow's biography of Alexander Hamilton, and by the end of the second chapter, I was furiously on Google saying, how has no one written a hip-hop musical about this man?
I'm taking my boys on next Monday, in fact. It's my birthday treat. I'm taking them to see Hamilton. They're 11 and 13. And as Kate said, both of them have performed some of the songs from Hamilton at school because they love it. It's really captured the imagination. Really? Yeah, I mean, that's just as a coincidence. But what we're wondering as well, because you had this first time you've been in Britain, obviously you've been sitting on the sidelines watching all this politics unfold here, and you write with your finger on the pulse. If you were to write a musical for us in Britain, Lin-Manuel, what do you think you'd write it about?
Well, here's the thing. You need to love what you write about because musicals take a long time. You need to understand what you're writing about, and I don't begin to understand what's going on here yet. Maybe with a few years' hindsight, we can begin to sort this all out.
You're with most of us, so I'm trying to understand
put it to a beat you can dance to.
Yeah, yeah.
But having Theresa May hip-hop would just be quite delicious, wouldn't it?
That might fit with that dancing.
Yeah,
well, dance moves alone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been great to talk to you. We all can't wait to see the movie. And come back to Britain soon. Come and see us again.
All right, great to see you.
Great stuff. Lin-Manuel Miranda there, who wrote Hamilton. He stars as Jack in the brand new Mary Poppins film, and he has got an immaculate cockney accent as well.
I love
Like
that.
Mary Poppins.
I love that.